Hi, I'm Pavithran. I worked on database design and DMLs for the database population, and also worked with Xiang on API integration with the database.
Hi, I'm Jiangning, and I design the database and write some query tasks with Pavi, and also manage the relationship of the database.
Hi, I'm Yaran Zhang. I was responsible for the SQL, especially for the complex query, and I also have to do another task, help Jiangning to do the ERD relational schema, and just that.
Hi, I'm Xiang, and I help with the database design, and I also help with the data populating. And the main part for me is to implement the front end and how to set up the entire thing on Heroku. And I also work with Pavi with the API setup. And that's it. I'm going to head it back to Pavi for the presentation. Thanks.
Thank you.
Our project Train.io is a website that provides courses for users to learn. The users can be broken up into three types and can belong to one or more types. 1. Student, who can enroll courses and get certified upon completion. 2. Faculty members who can handle courses. And 3. Administrators who can perform all administrative tasks like approving a faculty, providing privileges to other users, issuing certificates, etc. System description. There are 8 required tasks that needs to be performed in the website. For example, registering a new user, administrative authorities like authenticating a new administrator or a faculty member, providing a categorized list of student courses enrolled and completed, etc.
Hi, I'm Yaran Zhang. In this part, I will continue to do some SQL analysis. In our database project, we introduced 5 complex queries to do some complex functions. For example, we can find a specific grantor. Also, we can find a quiz answer with multiple choice to show in the frequency. And then we can find the welcome faculties, which means the welcome faculties has the highest rate. And then we can also analyze the dollar file data, use some math ways like unit conversions, summer with some specific condition. And finally, we can find the helpful assistant. Now, I will show you 2 really interesting examples. First, Tom is a lazy boy who always believes in a tricky way to do the exam, which means he always choosing C and believe that I can pass. However, his girlfriend told him that no trick on exam, because she used the database to show the exam. The result that B is the highest frequency rate, but with only 30%, which means that if you choose one choice all the time, you can't pass the exam. Another example is from Professor Wang. He always used database to find some selected informations. This time, he wants to find the helpful assistant in Austin. And then the results show that Tina is who he wants because she validated in 2016 and used to helpful to answer the students' questions. And we can also use the complex queries to do more further functions. Thank you.
Hi, this is Xiang, and here I'm going to talk about our system architecture. So first, for our database, we are using MySQL as our backend database. And for our front-end languages, we are using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and AngularJS. And for our backend, we are using Express.js and Node.js. For our hosting, we are using Heroku because Heroku is free and it's very easy to set up. But the default database for Heroku is PostgreSDB. So in order to run MySQL on Heroku, we need to use an add-on called ClearDB that will help us to run MySQL on Heroku. And next, I'm talking about how we run everything and how does everything set up. So first, we create schema and tables in SQL according to our project's narrative and specification. And we are using SQL Pro as our UI. And then we are populating test data that will help us testing our complex SQLs and also the task SQLs. So next, we are using Express and Node.js to create server and API that will later on connect our backend with our frontend. So next step is using AngularJS and HTML, CSS to create the front-end web app. And then I use Bootstrap to styling the entire web page. And the last step is to implement our password, security password storing. And we are using a Node.js add-on called password hash and salt, which will automatically add a salt to a user's input password and then apply a hash function to it, and then our database store the hashed password.
Hey, this is Jiangning Liu, and I'm going to do the final part of the presentation. After all introduces above, we start to doing the database design. And at first, we generate the ER diagram and the relational model. And then we start to insert data. And the source of the most part of the data is from this website, MacArrow. It can generate data randomly, which can save us a lot of time. And we also create some data by ourselves, such as the quiz questions and the quiz answers. And also, when I doing the generation part of the ER diagram, I find there will be 4 entities and 1 weak entity, according to the project narrative. So here is our ER diagram. And here is our relational model. When I generated the relational model, I found there are a few places I can use some tricks in it, such as a course enrolled by a student. It only has 2 status, completed or not. So I added a complete tag in the enrolled table, which means if the student complete a course, this tag will be updated by yes. And if the student not completed, it just enrolled, it will be null. So the whole database design, so after the whole database design, we implement the all tasks by design another website, and the website will be showed in another video. Thanks.